Hey, how you doing, Adam? Here. The date is currently 12/22, 2018. It's been a little while since I've done a audio journal. I think even more than a month. No, it was actually a month ago that I did the last journal that I'm going to put online, actually, because I did it, and at like 3 minutes into it, just for some reason, it got cut off. But I'm still going to put that online because I felt like I made a good point that didn't get cut off in that video. So I'm just going to put that online as just like a cut off journal. It's like a misprint at a mint. Yeah, but I did write some journal. I do have a couple journal topics to get to, so I'll get to those. First of all, well, we got a car over here. It's a 2005 PT Cruiser, and that's the very last year that you can get it for Lyft, and so I specifically wanted to get a 2005 or above. We got it for a really good price too. The condition that it's in, we got it for like $1,500. But anyway, I started doing Lyft, and like I don't understand why somebody wouldn't just do this instead of like a part-time job or like working at the grocery store, because like I can do 3 rides and make like $40 in the span of like 2 hours. That's not including gas, but it's just I don't really see why anybody wouldn't preferentially do Lyft over like a part-time job, because this is mad Brodies with Lyft. So that's an old school term I just broke out right there. Yeah, but I'm also doing Uber Eats too, but I only did one of those so far because it doesn't seem as lucrative. Like, because the one that I did, I was sitting in a parking lot on Baltimore Pike, like I think it was the parking lot where Payless Shoe Source is. If anybody listening knows where that is. Yeah, and I got the the ping, as they call it, and it said that it was like a Five Guys somewhere and like on Sproul Road, and it was like at least 5 miles away, and just to me it seems like the price of the gas, I got paid, I think it was like $4.50 for that delivery, but I don't know if that would even cover the cost of the gas I used to drive there. So but that may have just been a bad example. I'm probably just going to do it at some other point, like to try it again. But so that's good. I got Lyft going. That's been fun. Yeah. I had somebody, this past weekend, somebody reported that I was intoxicated while I was driving, and I was deactivated for a couple of days. But I looked into it, and apparently, like a lot of people do that just to get free rides. And I drove that person into the heart of North Philly, so I gave them a free ride at risk of life and limb. But whatever, I don't care. See, I thought I would be like uneasy about driving into the ghetto like that, but as long as you're not like stopping for a while or getting out of the car, it's not that bad. Because I've done a couple of ghetto drop-offs, and they weren't as bad as I thought they would be. But yeah, so Lyft is going well. That's going good. I raised up enough money. I think in like 4 days of like 3 or 4, at most I think I had like 5 rides one day. I was up to like $250. Like, just, I think at most I did like probably like 5 hours of work. So it's worth it. It's a good experience. But yeah, that was enough to get a ticket for the Eagles game this weekend. So I'm going to be in attendance there. I got a good ticket for a good deal, lower level sideline, 11 rows from the field. So that should be fun. Yeah, but that's really all that's happened over the past. Oh my God, excuse me. Over the past, I guess that's like the landmark things that have happened over the past month. I haven't really done much else. I did actually start going to, because I called up a therapist, because I feel like, I probably have to go, because, I'm just like, I feel like it would be good for me if I saw a therapist, so I'm starting therapy now, and I've done 2 sessions so far. See, the thing with that, though, is, like, I kind of feel like they're not going to tell me anything, like, I haven't already figured out for myself. Like, I feel like on some level, like, I'm looking for some insight about myself that I've just, like, overlooked or something, but I don't feel like I'm going to get that. Because so far the focus seems to have been, and I could be wrong, because, I mean, it's only been 2 sessions so far. The focus, because I said that my goal with therapy was to be more like social, because I find that I'm just isolated, that I don't interact socially at all. And I said that my goal, because they ask you, like, if I could wave a magic wand, what would your life look like? And I said I would be far more social. I wouldn't just be isolated all the time, and that seems to be the focus. But, my quote homework assignment for this therapy session was to initiate a conversation with somebody in a Lyft drive. Because I said that, I have real problems with, like, initiating contact with people. Because, like, I just assume that everyone hates me, And so it's like, unless it's obvious that they're not going to be, like, just, like, rejecting me. Like, I won't say anything. Like, I'll just shut down. And that's not just with Lyft drives, but just with everyone. Like, I don't like reach out to anybody, because I'm just like, I just feel like everybody hates me, But yeah, so that was my first assignment. But then she was talking about, then we'll get into, like, after I get through my first assignment, then it's going to be like, we'll go to meetup.com or whatever. But yeah, but see, I think my hopes going into this were that she was going to tell me, like, some, like, magical thing, like, oh, well, did you not notice you were doing this? And then I could, like, oh, I didn't notice that, and then I could, like, change it, But I don't think that's going to happen. Because it's like I'm not doing anything I didn't expect that I would, This is all as I was expecting. So, but I feel like on some level that it's good, because it's like the therapist sort of gives me an excuse to be more outgoing, So it's not like I'm just doing it on my own. It's like, I have an excuse, like, oh, okay, well, I'm just doing this for therapy, so, but I don't know, who knows where it'll lead. And again, it's like I've only been there 2 sessions, so she might have some trick up her sleeve that I'm not aware of. Yeah, she was. There's this thing that I did there in the second session where it was some kind of sand tray thing, where you have to, like, she has, like, this closet full of, like, little figurines, probably like 500 figurines. And she said, just, pick a few that just catch your eye. Like, don't think about it too much. Because it's kind of like, if you pick something, it's like I don't know, it's like a starting point, and then you can just, like, kind of like how tarot cards work. Like, this is just my interpretation of it. Like, you put down a tarot card, and it's just like it subtly sort of reminds you of something, and then it's like it's a bouncing off point for, like how to sort of like how it's hard to explain, but it's a bouncing off point for conversation, and then it can, like, unlock new levels of your subconscious or something like that. And I did that. I thought it was cool. But, we'll see how it goes. I think I'm totally open-minded about where this is all going with that. So, it feels nice to have a car, like, that I can just drive up to there. Because I was thinking about doing that for a while, but I just had no way, like, no transportation. But this car is, like, granted me freedom, so That's nice. But I still like don't know anybody, so I just still don't do anything. I'm still just basically hanging out at home all the time. But I don't want to do that anymore. So my life is just so goddamn boring. But we'll see what the future. I think 2019 is going to be a really good year, because I've got some goals written down, and I'll do a whole journal on my 2019 goals like I did with the 2018 goals. So that'll be cool. There was another thing that I wrote down here on my journal topics. It's this video that keeps popping up on my YouTube feed that I watched one time, and it still keeps popping up, but it's just I find it annoying now. It's that the guy's name, I think, is David Goggins. He was on Joe Rogan one time, and he was talking about like, I was in the Navy SEALs, and I was in Hell Week for the 2 weeks, and then I got through the 2 weeks, and they said, "Oh, well, David, you didn't do it well enough. You got to start over." So I thought, well, shit, I got to fucking start over. Is that guy. And I was just thinking, like, dude, you're being way too fucking hard on yourself. Like, sometimes I feel like that whole, like being super hard on yourself and fucking, like, I sometimes feel like that's just, like, somebody's mental illness, like that. I don't feel like it's a good thing to, like, humor his mental illness as, like, some virtuous thing that he's doing, because I don't feel like that kind of thing is virtuous. Like, so I was saying on the last journal, the one that got cut off, like, I just don't feel like people ever get mentally tough. I just feel like you just show that to varying degrees, but I don't think you ever truly get, like, mentally tough. And I feel like it's some reason it just rubs me the wrong way that, people are, well, I don't know, but just, like, I don't see it as a celebration of this guy's, like, triumph over his weakness, because I don't feel like that guy's was weak in the first place, I just don't think things are as difficult as that guy makes them seem. I think things are, like, I think there is an easy way to do most things, and just because you, like the hard way is not knowing the easy way, and then, like if you didn't see the trail to the center of the woods right next to you, you would be hacking through fucking thick bush with a machete the whole time, but, there's just this fucking trail right there, like, go there, dude. And I just feel like if the hard way should be the absolute last resort, like, you are 100% sure that this is the only way to do it, you should always be looking for the easy way, because 9 times out of 10 there is an easy way, I think. Just because, with me, with losing weight, like, I don't even fucking try. Like, I put no effort into, like, maintaining and losing the fat that I'm losing. I'm serious. I'm starting to see my muscles come out of my abs. Like, that's something that I've never seen in my life. Like, I don't try. This isn't hard. This isn't difficult, because I found an easy way to do it. Because, anything worth doing, well, I don't know. Anything worth doing is there's probably a natural way to do it, instead of just, like, fucking fighting against nature. Yeah, but that's all I want to say. Yeah, I was in Hell Week. Drill sergeant said, "You got to do it again." So I had to invent a new person. Like, I just feel like, we're humoring this guy's mental illness. Like, just I don't. I said what I wanted to say, and also that last journal elaborates on that point too. So, yeah. So I think I'm done. This is up to like 15 minutes now. So, yeah. Good to do a journal again. It's been a while. Goodbye.